Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more of The Witcher, and I'm very excited, you guys. If you're joining me early today, you know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, last episode of The Witcher, I finally felt like I was starting to get a little bit more of a grasp of like how the world was working and the world building. I did get one thing very confused, and I will clarify it right now. I'm so sorry. I think at some point I mentioned were the elves the same ones who invaded Cirilla's kingdom? And the answer to that is no. I knew it was Nilfgaard. They had said it was called Nilfgaard, but I wasn't sure if like Nilfgaard was the name of the elf kingdom or what, but somebody cleared that up for me. No, they are two very, very different things. So so please disregard whenever I think I made the comment in the outro for my last reaction, but I'm on board now. I know what I kind of know what I'm talking about now. I'm never going to go out on a limb and say I totally know what I'm talking about. But I'm really enjoying it. We learned about the elves and kind of their backstory in the last episode. We learned that they were kind of the true original wielders of magic, and humans came along and they were like, oh hey, we'll teach you. And then the humans were like, wow, you taught us, guess we have to kill you now. So it kind of stinks, because that's kind of something we see a lot in like our own history of like, you know, people like humans go to another land, they conquer the land, they kind of take what was, you know, what belonged to you know, the customs or traditions or whatever, and kind of like try to pass it off, I guess, maybe as their own. That's something we can see throughout like actual real life history. So I thought that was interesting, and I think it gives us a little bit more insight on how magic works as well. I still don't know what's going on with The Witcher, because he kind of said in the last episode, like he said like, don't let me in with humans. So he looks human. I think he is human, but he's also a witcher, which we know from the first episode is kind of like a bad, you know, like not always celebrated thing. A lot of people see that as like, you know, you're like a hellspawn, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how, you know, Geralt's origin works, but I'm sure it's something we're gonna get kind of sprinkled throughout the story, hopefully. I liked Yennifer, but this is just gonna be one of those shows where like nobody nice survives. You know, that's why I'm worried for Cirilla, because I feel like they're setting up this world where like you kind of have to be like, you kind of have to do shady things to survive. And Yennefer, after all she had been through, kind of found a way to be accepted finally. And it ended up doing some questionable things, like kind of like selling out her friends, which, you know, I mean, she didn't exactly, but like she pushed her little slug bodies into the lava so they could be fodder for some kind of ritual of some kind. And she spied on her, you know, kind of guy friend. Although he was spying on her too. So now I'm just like, nothing is sacred. I don't know what to think about anything anymore. Like literally the only person I feel like who is like truly innocent on the show is probably Cirilla. And so I'm very, very scared for her. She is all alone. Although now she has her new elf friend, which I'm very happy about. But I feel like she's already seen some things that are like gonna stay with her. You know, she had this very sheltered, protected life and idea of what things were like in her kingdom, you know, according to what her grandmother was telling her and everything. But now we see, like, the grandmother wasn't that well received, I guess. Or at least she wasn't after that incident, which, you know, I mean, she was trying to protect her granddaughter and everything. But I guess if you're, like, a commoner of that village, you may see it as, like, you may have some other ideas about the monarchy, but I think Cirilla is starting to see that, like, not everyone in her village was necessarily good, too. Like, we saw her kind of interact with that adult woman in the last episode who was kind of, like, really prejudiced against some of the people of the village and, like, was kind of good to Cirilla, but she didn't really know who Cirilla was because she obviously really hated the queen. And, you know, just it was a messed up episode, and something tells me it's not going to be the last messed up episode of this series. So, like, the whole episode I was like, this world is so messed up, but everything they're showing me is kind of mirroring, like, stuff that we deal with in real life too. So it's kind of a good way to explore real life issues within this, like, context of a fantasy realm. So, and it's just a really good story. I mean, Geralt is like, oh, he's on fire. He is so good. He was so funny last episode with the bard and everything. And he just, that actor, I never gave him enough credit because I had really only ever seen him in Superman. And I thought, okay, say what you will about the Superman movie, the new ones. But, you know, I mean, I think he is a good actor, but I just had no idea what a great actor he really was until I saw this, because he has a way of just, like, even just the expressions on his face are like saying one word and it's just, like, it's across 1,000% what it's supposed to. It's just, he's very, very good. So anyway, I see I'm ranting now. I see the time on my camera that it's starting to get a little long. So what do you say we jump into the next episode of The Witcher? Let's go. I knew it was coming. It still got me. It sounds like a woman screaming.
A friend of yours came through here last month, headed for Temeria.
Friend.
Another witch.
Oh.
Frick with my fullest efforts too, and
What's in Temeria?
Do you not just hear me talking?
Surely no one's so much pretending.
Aw.
Don't judge me.
His horse does not approve of his life decisions. So they think that the Witcher just took the coin and ran, but we know that he actually got killed. So that means that whatever killed him didn't leave any evidence, I guess. Also, I guess it's a really big deal for there to be more than one Witcher, because he reacted quite a bit to that. Also, Horsey does not approve at all.
Does Foltest have a plan?
See this one to our borders? Temeria's had their fill of witches.
Aww. They have no idea just how good he is at his job.
I don't want you to kill the beast. I want you to help me save it.
Huh. Okay. Well, there's obviously more to this story, I think, than meets the eye.
Rumor has it she was having an affair with a young man in town when she died.
Was she pregnant?
Well, if she were, that would make her child the sole heir to the throne, as Foltest never married. The king fled the castle. You two clearly weren't acquainted.
Oh.
His heart's missing along with his liver. Only one creature I know is that picky and eater. Striga.
The Strigas are old wives' tales.
They're very rare. The only way to make her turned her daughter into a monster.
Her daughter?
Striga's a female.
Oh, that's why it sounded like a woman screaming.
Striga's a princess.
Oh, and he was just saying how he had that encounter with a princess. Oh my.
Just watching.
Why are they watching? And now they're all gonna clap. Okay, all right. Well, that was that was unique. We'll put it that way.
Every girl I enchant believes Aretusa a living work of art.
She's gonna look different.
Challenging the clay.
Feels very whimsical. Very whimsical music here.
Imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Do you see her?
That's what she's gonna look like?
She's stunning.
Oh, it's her. That's like a very nice lesson about
Miss Marigold,
self-love and
you dispatched
self-confidence.
to settle a family. Rotten muscle,
Oh.
bent bones, 2 spidery legs, claws dragging in the dirt, an overgrown abortion.
Highness.
Now, if she would have been the only heir, then it probably was like somebody who didn't want an heir to the kingdom, maybe? Oh! Uh-oh. Ooh.
Must be. There's only a man devoid of all heart could accuse a brother of bedding his murdered sister.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I was afraid, maybe. Oh, no.
No ambitious mage wants to be signed anywhere south of Sutton. But Nilfgaard needs correcting.
Are they, like, running all the kingdoms?
Sending someone there.
Unchecked kings and queens lead to rebellions, massacres. It's the reason this chapter was formed.
You're still afraid of Falca, are you?
Who's
And
that?
you spare your niece her duties? Not enough fragrance in Tucson to take the stench off that nepotism.
Ooh. So they are running entire kingdoms. Okay.
The all-powerful sorceress to say De Vries knocked down from her glass pedestal.
It was your blood.
Oh.
Efforts and centric.
How could you tell them?
I did not.
Oh. Oh. It was her boyfriend.
Rest.
Oh no. Oh no. It was the... Oh no. It was her boyfriend, which we saw in the last episode. Oh. Okay, well, because Nilfgaard attacked the kingdom we saw in the first episode, so I imagine this is where our stories will start to converge a little bit more, maybe? No. No, thank you. That is very creepy. Oh, does it... Is there a secret vault? Oh, there is.
Letters. From Queen Sansia, Foltest and Ada's mother.
Oh.
The Queen Mother cursing her own children for their affair.
What did I say?
This could destroy the...
Your scent was on her sheets.
Geralt?
Oh!
What would I be doing in a day-class bed?
I smelled what you were doing.
Oh. Ick.
You wanted him to suffer. You could have just exposed the affair.
And hurt Ada.
But he did end up hurting her, though. I guess he intended...
It will not be solid, not while I'm alive to protect it.
He intended to hurt the
The
king.
curse.
Foltest will watch as Temeria turns against him. Just as he turned Ada against me.
This is gross. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Offer my... You know everything.
I'm sorry, I had no way of knowing how the information would be used. But neither did you.
Do not turn this on me.
Oh, so we're pretending your precious rectress never ordered you to spy on me.
Oh! Oh! Uh-oh.
You can't be serious.
We can travel a continent together. We can be together. We can forge a whole new destiny.
A life holding dustpans while you brush off forgotten bones. It's not destiny.
No, she
It's
needs...
slow suicide.
Yeah, she doesn't just want to be like his plus one, I don't
You
think.
don't really have.
Would it frighten you to know you're not privy to every one of my thoughts?
You're patronizing me.
Oh, she's not really into him?
My world is cruel and predictable. You enter, you survive, you die.
Oh, she...
You know,
Oh.
victimhood is not your color.
No heroism yours.
Oh, no.
Angry because you lost your chance to be beautiful.
I want to be powerful.
Seen and adored with everyone watching.
It is what I'm owed.
No amount of power or beauty will ever make you feel worthy of either.
Oh, my. Oh, she has really embraced... She has embraced this world, you can tell. All the cruelty has just shaped her into this. Oh, dear. So she wasn't that into him, I guess. She was just kind of using him. Oh my. This is like a bad fairy tale right here.
For the princess. If I can, lift the curse. A gift.
Aw, he's such a good guy.
This isn't my first time trying to save a princess who others see as a monster.
Right.
What happened to that princess? I killed her.
Not a great thing to tell him right now.
I did try.
I don't know about this whole him having no emotion thing, because he's like a decent dude, and I know that could just be fairness, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's more than that. I feel like he's not without emotion. See, she was just so tormented that, of course, she would be like very power hungry, but I'm just sad to see her going down this path.
It was Foltest. It was his fault. I loved your mother.
Ah! Oh no! Oh. Oh. That is a terrifying but very, very, very well done design. And the noise. The noise is scary. Oh, I don't know if saving her is an option at this point. Oh no! Ew, 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 ew. She is quite strong. Yeah, no, I think saving her went out the window, unfortunately. Wait. Did he save her? I hope they pay him extra. I really do. And I know he said it wasn't about the pay, but you know what? I think he's earned a tip. If he did save her. And even if he didn't, I mean, look at him, he's been through heck. Oh, he turned her human! Good job! Oh, that's a cool, like, flipping between the... So I feel like one became human and the other kind of lost her humanity. Is that the same actress? I think it is. Oh, she's beautiful. But you know what? I think the kind of person she was before all this happened, like, there's different kinds of beauty, you know? Now I feel like she's given into power. She's gonna go and claim her stake on the place she wants to go, isn't she?
Are you aware that I'm in the market for just such a mage?
Ouch!
Your Excellence.
Like, she's standing right there, the other mage. I think her power has gone a little bit more out of control than this lady thought it would. I think maybe she's a little scared.
Hers was the only name you uttered, over and over in your sleep. So that's all life is to you? Monsters and money.
It's all it needs to be.
Yeah, I think he definitely feels emotion over what happened with Renfrey.
You say
What? What is she going towards? No. 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 I don't like mean-sounding whispery voices calling her away. Something's calling her. Has to have to do. No! No! Oh, this is bad. What was the one thing I said? That I just wanted her to be okay and stay innocent. Okay, you guys, let's talk. Because there was a whole lot to that episode that I really, really want to talk about. I feel like we got a ton more like world building kind of info, as well as a lot of character development for the people we already know. Let's talk about the kind of the main story with Geralt and trying to save the Striga princess, which he did end up doing, which I was very, very surprised. I thought for sure, I'm like, okay, I don't think he's going to be able to take her alive. But he did it. Way to go, Geralt. He definitely feels. That is such bull that he has no emotions. Because I don't know if it's like love for Renfrey exactly, but I think like that decision that he had to make haunts him a lot. And that is an emotion. Like that, you know, regret, you know? I mean, that's an emotion. That's a feeling. It's a feeling at least. He feels. You can't tell me otherwise. Maybe he's not supposed to, but he does. The story was very... It's just, it so has like that Game of Thrones, like, oh, we're just gonna go there with like everything kind of. I don't even know what to say about it. It was a very shocking and like pull-doing kind of story. Like I was very invested. Very kind of icky stuff along the way that we were dealing with. I don't know what was going on with the one guy who was like her protector guy, only he wasn't. Like I don't know if I still am not clear on like which one of those was consensual, if either of them was. In any event, it was a very messed up story, but it was never the baby's fault, and I guess that the curse was meant for the king, and it ended up cursing the deceased pregnant princess, and her baby, so, but... she gets a second chance. It was very, very interesting to watch those scenes being played out against what was going on with Yennefer, because they were both being reborn in a way. And like I said this during the episode, I feel like one was like gaining her humanity and the other was sort of losing her humanity. I feel like, you know, Yennefer, I absolutely loved her when we first met her, and I felt so bad for her. And as much as I feel for her, it does make total sense that that kind of life and that kind of treatment, of course, if you're given like, you know, the chance at power after having had a life like that, that's probably exactly how you're going to handle it. You know, you're probably going to think like, I'm going to look out for myself and this world really sucks and I'm just going to do whatever I have to do to take care of myself. And so I was very surprised that Yennefer kind of didn't really have a lot of feelings for the boyfriend guy. I kind of thought it was going to be the other way around, that like she really felt for him because he was the first person to show kindness to her and everything. And, you know, maybe she would like struggle with that a little bit, having to break away from him. But no, she was straight up like, she had no time for him at all. And I think that her level of power and determination has really gone beyond what the kind of headmistress person expected. And I think it's pretty clear to her and everyone else now that Yennefer is a huge threat and she should not be taken lightly. I thought it was interesting to see the council of all the like witches and wizards, I guess, people with magical powers who are kind of like basically running the whole world. So I know they had mentioned that like king's courts will have like a mage and everything, and that's like what they were kind of training the girls for. But I had no idea that they literally like kind of, you know, they even said like unchecked, these kings are gonna like do a ton of stupid stuff and run everything into the ground. So they kind of like are there pulling the strings, sort of in the background. Very, very interesting. With power that they got from the elves, which wasn't even theirs to begin with. It's a very, very interesting commentary. So yeah, Yennefer, on the one hand, like, I want to see her rise above the horrible life that she had and be successful. And on the other hand, I feel like she's really given into the, like, I'm tired of the way I was living and I don't really care what I have to do to get power. And I feel like she's kind of gone off the rails, so to speak. I think the boyfriend's probably kicking himself right now. I think the head sorceress lady is kicking herself for not taking this whole situation more seriously. But back to the story with Geralt. Yeah, it was very kind of icky but interesting to see that story unfold, and I loved that he was able to save her in the end. And out through that experience, we got to see, like, from the beginning of the episode, he was kind of like talking about Renfrey and everything. It was like, I can't remember her name, I don't know, and like just said her name over and over when he was, you know, out of it. I think he definitely feels, and I'm sure that we're gonna see more about that as time goes by. I'm sure that will be kind of an underlying story. We didn't get a whole lot of Ciri. I think Ciri's such a cute name for her. We didn't get a lot of her in this episode, but what we got was pretty bad because we know that she is being called, presumably by someone or some group that has some sort of intent when it comes to her powers, I guess. We know that she has abilities. I don't know if she is part elf. I don't know. I know there was this whole thing about like Lilith's daughters, and that's where Renfrey came from. And I kind of hypothesized that maybe Renfrey was like, because they said she was a princess and everything. And we've never really seen the parents of Ciri, only like her grandmother. And I kind of thought maybe she was the daughter of Renfrey, but I'm not sure about that. That was just kind of a shot in the dark on my part. But one way or another, she has magical abilities. Again, not sure if it's something like that or if she's like part elf or what's going on. I don't know why Nilfgaard wants her other than just that she has abilities, but like, what do they plan to do with those abilities? Are Nilfgaard the ones that are calling her away? I don't know. I just know that it's bad, and we lost our poor elf kid, the rat boy from the last episode. Now, I'm sad about that, because he was, like, the only person she had. Yeah, I'm scared for her. You know, this episode kind of further exemplified that it's not a super nice world that they're living in, and it seems like you really kind of have to get very shady and self-centered to get by. So I'm scared for Ciri. I don't want to see her lose her innocence and be put through, you know, God knows what, when it comes to just like surviving and her abilities and everything. So please, Geralt, please catch up with her soon and protect her, please. Also, the horse in this was great. Can we just have a moment for, what's his name, Roach, for the horse? The horse is so nice, and he's like, okay, so there you go, right there. He definitely has emotion because he loves his best friend, the horse. Exhibit A. We're done. It's proven. So you guys, I'm really, really enjoying the show. It's a very, like, even when it's icky, it just draws you in so much, and it just, it has a very Game of Thrones vibe, but it's all, like, its own thing as well, you know? I can't wait to see more about Geralt. I'm fingers crossed about Ciri. Yennifer, it's interesting to watch, but I just like, I'm sad seeing her go off the rails, but I also kind of can't wait to see what happens next and see her just kind of take this world by storm. So we will see if and when all these stories converge, which I'm sure they will. I know at least Ciri's and Geralt's will, but I have a feeling Yennefer's going to end up coming head to head with Geralt, which will be really interesting. So you guys, I love this show. Thank you again for recommending it. I can't wait to see more. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me today. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.